Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good session with Lawrence and you're ready to go with a football session with me. Okay, going to start off the session how we always start off the session. Again, you may find that it is repeating itself, but again, I keep telling you it's all about repetition, repetition, repetition. Okay, and this is a good way of checking our shoulder and being aware of what's around us, because again, this is one of the biggest things in football, is the spatial awareness and knowing what's around us, knowing where our players are, you know, knowing when the opposition is or our teammates. Okay, so again, starting off without the ball in the square, different colours set around. So again, with the square around, just on our toes, on our toes, on our toes, checking our shoulder, checking our shoulder. You can have somebody call out a colour, or if not, you've not got anyone around with you, you'll have to call it out. So just checking your shoulder, okay, and then we're going to go for it. So, white, so I go, touch it, and then back it. Touch it with my foot, not my hand, I'm not getting down, touch it with my foot. Okay, so it's a nice quick, if it's blue, step forward, touch, then back in. Okay, on my toes, yellow, it's there, and then I'm back in. Okay, and I'm checking my shoulder, orange, touch, and then back in. As you can see, as I go forward to the cones, I'm touching it and I'm bending my knees. Look at the shape. I'm not coming in like this, square on. I'm at a nice little angle, like I would be if I was defending. Okay, so again, there's the little details in here, the repetitions of pressing to the ball and then also checking to our shoulders. Okay, so on our toes again, blue, I'm there, nice and quick, back in. Okay, it's nice and gentle, nice and gentle. Yellow, touch, from there. Okay, so the touch out is nice and quick. It's a change of pace. Again, white, it's there, and it's back in. Okay, so that's the first little exercise for you to get you going. Okay, again, checking your shoulder, checking what's around you. Okay, in front of you, behind you, side. Okay, so on your toes in the middle, little quick sprints. When that colour's called out, get over there. Okay, remember, when you are touching that cone, your legs, knees bent, and your legs are not, you're not square on, you're at the side, so you're pressing out. Okay, and then back into the middle nice and quick. Okay, so pause the video, minute on, 30 seconds off, minute on, 30 seconds off. We work in threes. Okay, so you're gonna work for 3 minutes and you're gonna have a minute and a half rest. Okay, so 30 seconds in between each one. Okay, pause the video and come back to me. Perfect. Okay, welcome back guys. So we've done that now. Okay, again, if you can, just change your colours around. Okay, makes it harder for yourself. Okay, doesn't make it the same thing every time you're checking your shoulder, because again, important thing is you have to check your shoulder. All right, you have to check what's around you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the ball. So the ball's just going to be in the middle of the square. Okay, and what we're looking at is we're looking at our movement, okay, off the ball. All right, so the ball is in the middle. We're going to be on our toes, on our toes. We're not touching the ball. We're not going to touch the ball. So we're on our toes again, on our toes. Checking our shoulder. If I call white, okay, I'm going to go backwards. So I check my shoulder. I'm going to go backwards. Little checks over my shoulder. Keep my eye on the ball though. And as I come forward, I'm going to go and attack the cone opposite, which is the yellow one. So as I come round, so I'll show you. So I don't just turn and run away from the ball. You have to keep your eye on the ball. Okay? If you turn your back on the ball, you don't know what's happening. Okay, that ball could get shift, that ball could get moved. All right, you're not going to know where it is. So keep your eyes on the ball. Okay, checking our shoulder. So I've go white, backwards, check my shoulder, keeping my eye on the ball. As I come forward, touch the ball past the yellow cone. Okay, so we'll do that in fast motion now. All right, so not touching the ball, ball's in the middle. Okay, not touching the ball. Get my head up, look down the ball, head up, down the ball, check my shoulder, down the ball, check my shoulder. Okay, white, so I go back, check my shoulder, and come forward. And push that ball past that cone. So you're breaking out, okay, of the square. you're breaking out. All right. So again, show us again. So do the opposite side this time. So just checking my shoulder, checking the ball, shoulder, keeping my head up. Okay. If it's orange, it's nice and quick back, shuffling our feet so it's nice and quick. A shuffle backwards, and then we come forward and we push the ball past the blue cone. Okay, and bring it back into the middle, and then we go again. So if we have to go to the front cones, the yellow or blue, you're not going to turn your back on them, on the ball again. So again, checking our shoulder. If it's yellow, okay, you turn. So as you're coming forward, you come forward, but then you turn your body to go backwards. Okay, so we're facing the ball at all times. So you go, as you go past the ball, okay, so you start to go forward, but as you go, you turn backwards and then drive past that cone. Okay, guys? So it's all about that little movement, okay? A little movement off the ball to then go and attack that ball, okay? So again, it's all about how, check our shoulder, how we move our feet back, keeping our eyes on the ball, and then drive and attack, okay? With the drive, you can use your laces or the inside of your foot, okay, just to push that ball past the cone. All right, so minute on, 30 seconds rest, minute on, 30 seconds rest, minute on, 30 seconds rest. Okay, so again, it's all about the movement off the ball, and then you go and attack the ball. Okay, so pause the video, go try it out, and come back to me. Right, welcome back, guys. So now what we're going to look to do is we're now going to look to manipulate the ball. Okay, so what we're going to do again, ball is on the floor again. Okay, movement, so on our toes, on our toes, on our toes, on our toes, on our toes. Okay, checking our shoulder. If I go white, I'm going to go back again, facing the ball at all times, checking my shoulder though. It's very important because you need to know what's behind you as you go backwards. Come forward. What I'm going to do now is, instead of going straight, I'm now going to go off towards the blue cone. Okay, so I'm going to manipulate the ball, move my body, so drop my body like I'm going to go forward, but instead I'm going to use the outside of my foot and push the ball out of the square and past the blue. Okay, so the ball's in the middle, so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to really use the outside of your foot, lock your ankle and the foot, and move it in the direction you want the ball to go. Now if I wanted the ball to go sideways, I would go past the ball, lock my foot, and I would take it out sideways. But I don't want to go sideways, I want to go forward but at an angle. Okay, orange and yellow, the defenders, they're coming, so I've gone past, they're coming to win the ball, gone past the ball, using the outside of my foot, locked it at an angle, and I'm pushing that ball towards that blue cone. Okay, so we'll do it fast motion now. So I'm on my toes, checking my shoulder, look at the ball, head up, check my shoulder, look at the ball. Okay, if it's white, it's nice and quick. Okay, step past, manipulate the ball, push it out. Okay, same if it's the orange. So on my toes, on my toes, on my toes, orange, check my shoulder round. Okay, step past the ball and push off. Okay. Again, it's exactly the same as if it's the front toe. So if it's yellow, I'll be going out to the orange. So again, on my toes, on my toes, on my toes, on my toes. Checking my shoulder, look at the ball, making sure it's still there. Checking my shoulder. Okay, yellow. Okay, as I go past the ball, I turn my body. So I'm now facing the ball. I step past and I manipulate the ball off to the orange. All right. So important things. Okay, and the finer details if we're touching on them. As we go past, so white cone, and as I step past the ball, my arm is going to come up. Okay, we talked about this last week about barrier. Okay, so as I go past, I'm going to win that ball. The yellow is the defender this time. I go past to protect, barrier up, and then I move the ball further away from that player. Okay, so I'm putting myself between the player and the ball, using my arm as a barrier to hold him off even more, or her, and then pushing the ball off. Okay, so that's the finer little details that you need to start adding in. Okay, so if it's white, back, step past, barrier, and push off. Okay, important that you don't step barrier, hold it, and then go. Okay, as you step down, the barrier comes up and you take the ball off. Okay, so it's nice and quick. So if I was going white, foot lands, barrier up, push the ball out. Okay guys, so again, minute on, 30 seconds off, minute on, 30 seconds off. Okay, it's a lot of information to start taking in. Again, you can pause, rewind, go over what I've just said, okay? But the finer little details, okay, the important things to bring into your game, okay? So pause the video, okay? Pause the video, come back to me. Right, perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the ball on the move, okay? We're going to get the ball on the move this time. So, we're going to push the ball off to a cone. So, again, if I'm on my toes checking, if I say blue, I'm going to push the ball off to the blue. I'm going to work angles again. I'm going to push the ball off to the blue, nice and gently, okay? I'm going to jog backwards and then attack that ball, okay? So I'm going to push the ball not too far. I'm not passing it. I'm just a little roll off, around, and then I'm attacking that ball, okay? So the ball's on the move now, and I'm looking to catch that ball up nice and quick, all right? But my movement is backwards again, around, and I'm attacking that ball, okay? So getting the ball on the move now. So on my toes, 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 blue, roll the ball out to it, round, and attack it, okay? I want to get to that ball before it stops, okay? So now you're really having to react, get round that cone, okay? So it's a nice little roll, around, get there before it stops, okay? So start to challenge yourself, get to that ball before it stops, okay? Now, if it's a cone behind me, all right, what you're going to do is, again, you're going to step, you're going to roll just with the side, and as you roll with the side, so if I go orange, I roll with the side backwards to the blue, and then I'm attacking the ball, okay? So with the side of your foot, with the inside of your foot, but moving the foot on the side, okay? So moving with the inside of the foot, just going to roll it across your body, okay? Roll it across your body, and that will literally, that momentum will take you to move backwards. So as I roll it, I'm moving backwards, and then I'm attacking the ball, okay? So if it's a cone behind me, so if it's orange, I roll, I jog backwards, and then I attack that ball and take it past that cone, all right? Again, if it's one in front of me, yellow, I roll around and then attack, okay? So I'm working at angles, working at opposites, so yellow and white, blue and orange, okay? So that's the end of part one, okay? Second part, again, we'll be touching on some movements and some turns, okay? So movements without the ball, and then some turns, and then again manipulating that ball, all right? So pause the video, minute on, 30 seconds off, minute on, 30 seconds off, minute on, 30 seconds off, okay? If you want to push yourself even more, okay, push yourself to about a minute and a half, but then have like a minute 40 to a minute rest, all right? So you can do that throughout. It's totally up to you, all right guys? But mainly minute, 30 seconds off should be plenty of repetition, plenty of reps to, you know, to get your body used to it, muscle memory, all right? So go away and then come back for part two.